Indian dailies have widely discussed the statement of Prime Minister accusing some American and Scandinavian entities for funding NGOs to protest against the Kudankulam nuclear plant. The dailies state that government investigations suggest that NGOs collect their foreign funds running into millions of rupees in the name of extending social sector activity, but they have been diverting it to finance anti-nuclear protests. The Asian Age in its editorial, nuclear plants terrorists on falsehood writes that sustained protests engineered by certain NGOs have raised artificial doubts about the safety of the nuclear power plants at Kudankulam in Tamil Nadu and Jaureguiberry in Maharashtra. They have effectively stalled this country's ambition to generate clean nuclear power so that it may forever remain dependent on imported petroleum and relatively poor quality domestic coal. It was with a view to broad-base the country's energy mix and thus reap environmental and economic advantage that India worked so hard only a few years ago to reach an agreement with the United States on trade and technology transfers in the civilian nuclear sector. The daily states that this has been accomplished in the teeth of fierce opposition from lobbies in America, Europe as well as India, which either oppose nuclear activity per se or wish to see even civilian uses of the atom controlled by the West. The daily adds that this is a serious proposition and warrants a more broad-based inquiry into which independent observers are associated. The paper says if the actions of the NGO are found to be illegal aside from being unethical, it will be easier for the government to persuade political opinion across the board. The Tribune in its editorial Look Beyond NGOs says that if NGOs getting foreign funds for religious purposes or fighting leprosy are diverting money to engineer protests, the law should take its course and the cancellation of their licenses should not appear motivated. More importantly, there is need for creating awareness about technologies having a bearing on the environment and lives of people at large. Philanthropic NGOs with limited resources cannot match the information offensive that government can launch on a vital issue. The daily says that India's growing power demand supply gap is a major bottleneck to achieving double-digit growth of all energy sources, including nuclear, should be tapped considering risk, pollution and costs. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's remarks about foreign-funded NGOs stalling the introduction of genetically modified food and the commissioning of the Kudankulam nuclear power project must be taken seriously by his supporters and detractors alike. The Indian Express in its editorial India News comments that despite the full interactions at the behest of NPCIL at Kudankulam, what should state of this needed a louder, firmer public address from the government to clearly tell the agitators in Jaureguiberry and Kudankulam that the twin Russian 1000 megawatt reactors and the planned French EPRs are third-generation reactors worlds apart from Fukushima in safety and emergency backup systems. India needs nuclear power to diversify its energy basket in an environmentally friendly manner and reduce dependence on coal and thermal power which increase the atmospheric levels of black carbon. The first Kudankulam reactor was set to go critical last December with its hot run completed last August and now minimally kept running to avoid damage to its systems. In a low seismic zone and at a height of 13.5 meters above sea level, the threat of an earthquake or tsunami is almost nullified for Kudankulam. These facts have been quoted before, but never in a concerted effort from the government. What the PM told science needs to be told to the larger public. Remembering the PM's words that, quote, we are a democracy not like China, unquote, and in a democracy, opposition needs to be countered by fact and argument. Activists will do their job, the UPA needs to do its own. That was today's press review, prescripted by Jitendra Pandya. This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio. Please stand by for the news.
This is All India Radio. The news read by Mrs. Gulfana. Expressing concern over the surging piracy in the Gulf of Guinea, near the western coast of Africa, India today extended support to international efforts to tackle the threat of armed robbery at sea. Participating in a New York Security Council debate on piracy in the